Looks like the celebration is beginning early here on the 8th stage of the Tour of Hainan. The Belkin team is blowing off everything. The yellow jersey looks pretty confident, but we're going to have to see whether or not this prediction is going to come true. After leading from stage 1, we want to hear what Theo Boss has to say with regard to their team and their preparation for the year.
It's yeah, the whole a lot of media pick up the race, and especially when they see Team Belkin is growing or is getting higher on the team ranking, on the professional team ranking in victories. So a lot of people like that, and of course they like to see Dutch riders winning. So yeah, it's picked up really well in the media in Holland.
In today's 172-kilometer stage, we've got probably the toughest race of this tour. We've got 3 sprints, and we've also got 3 King of the Mountain category climbs at the very end. And then we end up in the city of Danzhou after 172 kilometers of hot racing today. Sighting down the starting line, you can see some of the battle scars from the 8 days of racing in this year's tour. When the gun goes off, everybody is still professional and everybody's on their way, but nobody's in a great big hurry, with the exception of a few of the locals. You can see them blasting off for the home crowd and getting everybody excited, with the exception of the major teams. Nobody's going to be doing a lot of work chasing these guys down. Nevertheless, it's good for them, stretches everybody's legs out, and as they headed into the first bit of rolling hills, there was one big breakaway. We had 3 riders, 2 Ukrainians and 1 from France, and off to sprint number 1, we see them coming across the line. Andrei Vasiluk from the Ukrainian national team took the sprint over Alexander Palovoda, with Gregor Turid from France in 3rd. Now you do see the big teams lining up. The 2 Ukrainians are working well together, and Gregor is looking a little bit tired here in the breakaway. But nevertheless, we've got sprint number 2, and that always energizes, well, almost everybody. Coming across the line, we've got Alexander taking first and Andrei taking second. The 2 Ukrainians ride off and leave Gregor in the dust. Sprint number 3 is on its way, but first, we've got a King of the Mountain, and that peloton is not looking forward to it. It's pretty hot and there's not a lot of wind going on, especially up a tailwind. There you get a nice long shot of our 2 breakaway leaders, both of them working well and climbing strongly. The King of the Mountain comes up and over the top, and on the very first line we've got, once again, Andrei Vasiluk, then Palovoda, and then the King of the Mountain jersey with Mateusz Taciak comes across the line. Still has our breakaway taking the first 2 tops, but right here, Jos van Emden is getting attacked! Yet another Ukrainian goes blasting off, and that's the ex-King of the Mountain leader right there. That is Vitaly Boots flying away. He's supposed to be a climber. Looks like he's in pursuit, though. He's going to go up and help his teammate as they're continuing their breakaway. They're still out there. It's been over 90 kilometers, and they're driving their way on to a maximum of 5 minutes 50 seconds ahead of the peloton. King of the Mountain number 2 was Vasiluk taking first, with Palovoda taking second, but it is Vitaly Boots taking 3rd. Now, shortly after King of the Mountain 2, they dropped down, and then King of the Mountain 3 came up, and it was an exact repeat of number 2. Everybody's flying, now in the peloton. They're waking up to the fact that these 2 Ukrainians are still ahead with only 40 kilometers to go. Here it is. You're seeing King of the Mountain number 3. They're going across the line, and they're still driving, but there you see in the back, looks like a Dre pack. Who's his shadow there? We get, uh-oh, here it is, coming around the corner. They're both understanding that their breakaway has come to an end, and there you have Darren Lapthorne from Dre pack, and who's his shadow? You know it. It's the yellow jersey. It's Moreno Hofland. They drive by with nary a glance, and everybody tries to jump on the wheel of the yellow jersey. Here's a kilometer to go, and yet another Ukrainian off the front. These guys are unstoppable. Here they are at 500 meters. They're coming down the line, and we've got CCC Polsat coming across. With a slight uphill, we've got Yes, it's Belkin. They're in the front, but we also see the blue and yellow of the Ukrainian national team as well. Here it is with 300 meters, and it looks like the yellow jersey could be boxed in a little bit. Yes, he is. Here comes, oh boy, there's green, 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 but yellow is coming across the line. Here's you seeing it right now from 150 meters, and yes, we've got Belkin, but yes, we've also got the Ukrainians, and no! Yeah, coming across the line, we've got the yellow jersey of Moreno Hofland pointing over to his buddy Lars Boom, who took third. Vitaly Boots and Mikhaila Konokenko from the Ukrainian national team took second and fourth. Once again, the Belkins having a party.
It was again a hard stage, harder than I suspected, because on paper it was 1 second category climb and 2 third. But the Polish guys from CCC Polsat, they went full on the first climb again. But after that there were 2 more climbs, so the guys that were dropped didn't come back, and they keep controlling to get the points, and we helped them because we were in an ideal position. Only Theo was dropped. That was the only.
As has happened at every stage this year, we have had a Belkin rider on the top step of the podium. On second place today, we had Vitaly Boots, the king of the mountain before, now turned sprinter. Jiao Pengda is the new Asian champion. He has taken it for the first day today. For the second consecutive day, CCC Polska rider Mateusz Taciak has been the king of the mountain rider. And here you see your green points leader, Moreno Hofland. And also, our yellow jersey. Every single day this tour, it's been Moreno on the top. Since stage number 1, the general classification has had Moreno Hofland in first with Frederick Amariazon in second. However, 3rd through 6th has been changing constantly, and right now, 3rd through 6th is only separated by 8 seconds. You're going to want to tune in tomorrow here on the Cycling CN YouTube channel, because we're going to be having our final stage, and it's going to be a good one. I'm Sean Nagel for Cycling CN. Thanks again for watching.